All right, guys, so I just now finished up what was most likely the most annoying and frustrating mission on the free-to-play account, the one that's bouncing right here behind me. But luckily, I've had years of experience playing Raid and know all the secret hacks, so we finished that without too much of an issue. Actually, it took me about a week to finish it, but I got it done. Let's talk about that, and let's get into some dragon gear cleansing. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing great. So let me know down below if you had any good luck pulling shards. I've seen a few comments left over the course of my last few videos. Turbos got some crazy pulls, 20 voids, 22 voids, I think, Siffy and Cardiel. I wish my luck was anywhere close to that. I pulled 5 sacreds today, and then I pulled 35 ancients and got absolutely nothing. Pulled about 20 more sacreds on stream for other viewers. Got nothing as well there. Nothing really worth mentioning. Though Bruno, he did get Astrolon plus Samar from 3 sacred. So some people had really good luck, some people not so much. But either way, let's talk about how I finished this mission right here. Now, I'm not going to claim it because tomorrow is CVC. Well, actually in a few hours. So you got to save resources, right? Like the time period between reset and CVC is like you don't play the game. You just spend down your resources that regenerate. So your arena tokens and your energy. But then past that, you don't do anything, right? You just save everything until CVC starts, which is exactly what I'm doing. So I'm going to save this until tomorrow, but the Spirit Keep was super annoying, okay? So I have turn meter reduction. I have turn meter reduction from Finchy. I have turn meter reduction from Shatterbones. I have turn meter boost from Apothecary. Basically how the Spirit Keep works, you guys probably know, super annoying. Doesn't do a ton of damage per se, but she cleanses herself and she heals for 50% of her max HP every turn. So you need to slow her down. You need to reduce her turn meter if possible, and you need to place heal reduction also, if possible. Well, a lot of champions don't really have heal reduction. There is a champion who does, who's free to play. Like you get him from the campaign. Rocktooth is his name. This dude right here. Let me see if I can pull him out real quick. But I didn't want to gear him and build him. I did it before to get this, but it's a weak version of heal reduction. Obviously, you can book it up. It's actually probably be better, 100% heal reduction, better than what I did. But I didn't really want to invest in him. He has strong affinity against the ball. So I mean, if you're really struggling, invest in him a little bit. Get him taken up. If you book him, it's going to cost quite a bit of books, but I do believe you can get him from the campaign, right? So I guess you take that for what you may. But instead, what I did, since you had to farm Ice Golem anyways, I threw a curse set. That's what this is, right? Curse set onto my Shatterbones. 75% chance of placing a 50% heal reduction. The only unfortunate thing is that he's Force Affinity, so he gets those weak hits. So sadly, when he gets weak hits, he's not placing the heal reduction. But if he does place it, helps out so much. It allowed me to go ahead and go in there and do stage 13 enough times to actually finish it, get the 5 superior potions be done. Force Keep, no problem. Magic Keep, not that big of an issue either. Void Keep, no problem. Arcane Keep, easy. Spirit Keep was the biggest pain. Magic Keep is probably the second. The other ones are fairly easy, but Spirit Keep, man, you have to go in there with actually correct teams somewhat, or else it's just going to be such a long fight. And it's one of the fights that if you're doing it and you walk away, you could very easily come back to a match that's taken 30 minutes because the boss doesn't do a ton of damage, but she heals so much. And if your champions are healing as well, it's a disaster. Now, I've tried to throw Apothecary into the curse set. The bad thing about Apothecary is he heals and does turn meter boost. I mean, it's great. The only downside is that he doesn't actually do his A1 ability that much at all. So I had to use Shatterbones. He was weak affinity, but he's the closest option that I had. Now, other than that, what I've been working on inside the free-to-play account, I mentioned to you guys that I was going to do Dragon, and that's exactly what I've been doing. I've done quite a bit of Dragon. So I think what I want to do today with you all is I got RSL Helper running so we can do some fast upgrades. We have an artifact enhancement event going on as well. And we have 6 million silver. So I think we should unload it all, right? Definitely work some of that silver down is what I'm planning to do. But I would like to go in here and maybe some of you guys want to see how I go about gearing a champion. And this is what we'll do right here. So we'll go in here, hopefully get some good upgrades for him, see how he's looking, see if we can improve his gear overall. But I need to get him better as campaign farmer. He does like 30 seconds on average, 35 to 45 seconds. It really depends based on his masteries and how they land. But it's about that 35, let's just call it 35 seconds, 37.5 seconds, okay? That's what we'll call it. But let's go in here and check it out, all right? So I've done quite a bit of Dragon. I went ahead and looked through everything. I did some upgrades. So I haven't looked through everything. I take that back. I looked through a decent amount of it. Nothing like a huge upgrade I didn't notice. We had a few pretty good 6 stars. Unfortunately, I have a lot of these, like, these boots could be really good on like a account that's later on down the road. Let me move myself so you guys can actually see this. Actually, let's go ahead and put myself right here, right in the next to the middle of the screen, right? So these could be really good down the road. The speed, not bad. But this level account, I probably never use it, but I kept it just in case. So we have some speed, but I went in here and looked at my gear apparently, and I still have these flat pieces. Like, flat pieces of gear aren't terrible if they're in a set that's usable. If they have speed subsets, you can probably use those, right? Majority of the time, pieces like this, you're just going to sell though. There's very few champions who can actually get use of that. And honestly, it's not worth, in my opinion, trying to search for those champions, those few and far between ones, especially if you're running low on space. Now, if you have plenty of inventory space, be my guest. Keep whatever you want. But for me, I'm going to try to get rid of it. So these, and the defense percent boots, honestly, speed boots are so valuable early in the game. Shield guard, I'm almost thinking that he could justify these if they like triple rolled speed, simply because he has so much turn meter boost. So if these gave him like, are they about to triple roll speed and I have to actually try to justify them? And if it does, I'll do it. I'll take them. I'll take the triple roll speed. That makes some good content. Oh, dang it. So he didn't triple roll the speed there, but I'd be curious to see like, okay, so we have 35 speed there. We have 13 speed. How much speed do we actually lose? Now, this is kind of weird that I'm even considering this. We lose 22 speed, but Shield Guard does get a lot of speed from his, or he gets a lot of turn meter boost from his A2 ability, always critting. So maybe we have to try it. Just maybe. Imagine an account this early actually fitting in some like non-speed boots into their rotation. Like I said, Shield Guard is one of the only champions who could do that. We have some 6-star. If these double roll speed, that'd be a completely different story. Okay, they double rolled it, of course. Oh no, single rolled it. So we get 10 speed there, and then here we have 13 speed, 5-star, plus some HP and crit rate. So that's probably better for me. This has attack percent, kind of useless for Shield Guard especially. But okay, we need to go back to the lifesteal stuff because that's where I need to work from. So we'll get off the speed filter. Lifesteal gear is where I need to spend my time focusing on. And this chest plate, this is going to be an upgrade. I can almost guarantee that. This is defense percentages as well, but this has crit rate. It'll give me an extra 6% crit rate. I got a feeling that's going to be an upgrade. The helmet that I have currently on Shield Guard has some crit rate. I think I have some better options throughout the account. The boots, nothing really special about those. Maybe we can fit those other ones in there. I would actually love to fit those other ones in there. I'm very interested to see if we'd be able to. Let me get this to 16. Hopefully I have enough silver to do all this stuff, but sometimes those upgrades to 16 take so much silver, like millions of silver just to take it from 12 to 15. It's actually quite ridiculous how much it cost. I hate it so much, especially when I had 7 million silver that I'd spent so long farming to get, and I finally got it, and now I got to spend it all down, right? So we get some HP flat. We'll go ahead and put this crit rate on there though. Let's go ahead and try it on. I love the fitting room so much. It's absolutely amazing. See if I got any upgrades up there. Let's see. Plus, okay, so attack percentage, don't really need that. I wish these 6-star pieces had crit rate on there. I mean, technically I could re-roll it, but I don't think so. Because, well, no, we don't got the silver. I mean, if I rolled this and actually triple rolled something, I would probably use the ore to try to re-roll this. It's a shield, so it's going to have the same main stat. Any substat different than these could actually be beneficial. But I'm not going to do that because that could be very valuable down the road. This is actually a really good shield as well. Defense percentage, crit rate. We lose a little bit of crit rate though. Get a little more defense. I really need to be pushing speed though. If I want to do this switch, speed is going to be a need, right? Speed is my need. Now, we got we got extra lifesteal gear on right now. So let's see. Right now, we're going to need this piece up here. If we get some good speed set piece. If a piece down here had some really good speed, actually, let's do equipped. See what Elhane's wearing. I'm really curious to see if that pair of boots could actually work. So HP percentage, like part of me really wants to force it to work. But we got 127 speed. We can't do that, right? If this was in a speed set, maybe I could do it on this account, but it's not. So we're not gonna get the percentage boost from the speed. Give me a nice little extra boost to defense though. I mean, 328 defense, that's a pretty good chunk. We already got a nice little boost though. We got a little bit extra crit damage. Lost quite a bit of speed though. We do need to get that fixed, but that's okay because we'll get some more speed from hopefully a pair of speed boots or something along those lines, right? So if I put on, we need some crit rate. Okay, this is actually a pretty good upgrade, right? 165, so about the same there. We get a little bit more defense overall, a little bit more crit damage. I do like that. I like this whole setup actually. I lose a little bit of HP, but nothing terrible. Let's see if I got any crit rate gloves and lifesteal gear that's actually an upgrade. Or maybe some crit rate gloves here. This could actually be really good. This could be better than those speed boots I just swapped over to. Well, except for the fact that those speed boots are 6-star, or no, 5-star, I think. And the ones I had on were 4-star. But this would be 5-star crit rate when I currently have on. What do I currently have on? We currently have 4-star. So that'd be an extra 10% crit rate that I could work with. So let's get these up there just because these will actually be good for Apothecary. Even if I don't use them on Shield Guard, these will be good on Apothecary because he can crit on his heal. So I could throw these on him and definitely work it out. So I'm looking to get Shield Guard, some defense upgrades, some speed upgrades, some crit rate. I don't know if you guys find these type of videos informational, educational, whatever it may be, interesting. But hopefully, let me know down below. Let me know if you guys like it or not. I know they're a little bit longer and dragged out. Some of you guys may find value, some of you may not. But so we're 156 speed, so we dropped some speed to be expected, right? Not a huge deal. This is a speed piece right there. Maybe that helmet we can, since it's a broken setup there anyways. Do we have a lifesteal helmet that has some speed on it plus crit damage? Okay. Oh, okay. Look at this. Look at this. So we got 2,095 defense, 134 crit damage, 102 crit rate. We lose a little bit of speed, nothing significant, but we gain 30. Well, let's just call it 30. Make it sound better. Gain a little bit of crit damage, or sorry, crit damage. I still don't find it perfect because I would like more defense. That's really what I need is more defense. And honestly, this ring, is it defense? I think it might be actually. But this is good. It's just the issue is here is that our defense is kind of low. I mean, 2,000 defense is pretty low, but this may actually give me enough crit damage to actually boost my campaign runs a little bit. 2,000 defense though. I wonder if I can get some more. Well, you're not gonna get defense from a weapon. Where can I get extra defense? For my chest plate. We have 4 pieces though. These boots, do we have any boots with more defense percentage on them maybe? Or some defense percentage? We lose 4. No, we can't lose 4. We can lose 5 if it gave us defense. It gives me 9 defense. Wow. Wow, that would be crazy. 9 defense. So good. If we had 6-star boots, which I don't, unfortunately, they've been crazy to get. 6-star boots could have helped me out here. But we'll lose 5 speed overall. I don't know where that would roll. Let's see. Do we have any with speed? Well, no, sorry, not speed. Crit rate and defense percent? That could be. Oh, she's wearing them. So we lose 11 speed, but we gain a decent amount in return. 150. That's pretty slow. But I did mention Shield Guard. Let's try it out, okay, guys? We got 2 different builds. We'll try this build and we'll try the other one. So 150 speed. I don't like that at all. I do not like that at all. I want him to be closer to 2. I want him to be closer to 200. I'd rather him be closer to at least 170. So this is definitely not on the good end of things. But this does give us some more defense. Gives us some good crit damage. So can we speed up our campaign runs with this gear? This is crit damage. This is HP ring. If this was a defense ring, that'd be better. I'm not going to re-roll it though, because it could go attack, right? If it went attack, that'd be bad. It's got good HP though. Good survivability overall. Let's go ahead and jump in campaign. See if he's one-shotting the waves or anywhere closer, right? If he's one-shotting them, that'd be perfectly fine because he'll go turn after turn after turn because he's going to crit. Crit's going to be perfectly fine and hopefully progress along pretty well. Let's see. Okay, so we got a nice hit. 2 good hits there. Boom, boom. A1, okay. They're going to go here though. Not a huge deal. Not a huge deal at all because he can survive these hits. All right. This is where it gets a little bit. Okay. Okay. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe we're doing okay. We're going to get the extra speed from the, what is it? The Whirlwind of Death Mastery. All right. 30 seconds. And we did get cut in there a few times. So maybe that's not a big deal. Maybe losing that extra speed isn't so big a deal. Like I said, though, on Shield Guard, he's okay with that, losing the extra speed, simply because he gets so much turn meter boost simply from crits on the enemy. Most champions aren't going to get that, so most champions aren't going to be able to make sense of that. He has kind of low base speed as it is, so it's kind of difficult to push his speed up super high. I think he's like, what, 86 base speed? I would rather him be closer to, I guess, 18 speed below 200, because once he had the Whirlwind of Death, all that stuff calculated for, he'd be going 2 times per the enemy's 1 time, and he could go through this super quick. But 30 seconds flat is actually pretty decent. He's got some good times when he just A2, A2, A2 the whole time, just like get cycle of violence, procs, and everything goes smoothly. That's completely different. But right now, I kind of like that build. I honestly kind of like that build. Let's go ahead and test this with the other thing though. Let's see what kind of difference it makes, okay? So just that little speed difference. Let's see if it's worth it or not. I guess this is gonna be the best way, right? Just to see if this changes much. So we're gonna get an extra 11 speed. We're gonna lose 89 defense, right? So we're gonna get 11 speed, we're gonna lose 89 defense, and lose 10 crit damage as well. We'll do 2 runs again to see if it makes much of a difference. It probably won't make a huge difference. I don't know, let's see. I'm not even gonna speculate. We'll just see what happens here. So boom. We'll do 2 runs, the same thing as earlier. I wasn't paying attention to what his damage was earlier. That'd be a big deal, right? We're at 15 seconds. Obviously, this is the same thing that was happening earlier. 23K, and like I said, he was doing the runs. They're kind of sporadic. Sometimes it's super quick, sometimes it takes a little bit longer. This is about the same. Let's say 32. So 11K, 16K, 14K. 214 is always gonna be the same. Let's see what he hits like here. 13, 12, 14. Okay, so about 14-ish. We got a 16K hit there. See, good. When they do that AoE and it kills everybody quickly, it's nice. 14.5. So we have some sporadic ones that are a little bit higher than 14. I wonder if you can do Minotaur solo with this gear. That's another thing I'm curious about, because I don't think so. But it's a possibility, right? He's not too far from it. 36 seconds. So both those runs were longer than before. This is taking up a lot of silver, just swapping this stuff back and forth though. That's another thing. Silver cost, oh my goodness, so expensive to do anything. So 14K was a lot of the hits. Let's see what this is. 14.6, 14.9, somewhere around there. 12, 13, 16, and 18 there. It's gonna be kind of difficult to really track it. Just like this, just looking at it. Get some 14s and 16s, so it's slightly above. Kind of what's to be expected from the slight little boost there. I think the difference is negligible. Nothing massive. This is faster though. I think I do like this build. If for nothing else, we got more survivability stats, right? The speed's not a drastic loss considering he's still taking plenty of turns because his turn meter boost from that A2 ability. So I think I'm going to leave it like that. I kind of like it. Kind of like being able to higher defense. We'll go ahead and throw a Minotaur run on. Well, no, this video is getting a little too long, guys. Well, I guess if you guys hung out, we're going to go ahead and see if you can do this, okay? We're going to let him do it actually solo because, well, 100% solo. Yeah, because I don't have anybody I really want to get masteries on. Rector Draft, I want to finish hers, but to be honest, if I throw her in there, actually, let's do Finchy. We'll do Finchy just so we can have like a meat bag, basically, to take some beating while Shield Guard works through everything else. But I think he's just going to die. I think he's going to die when he starts to get a hit. Okay, so the meat bag's dead pretty quickly, right? This freeze and the cooldown reduction feels bad. Boom, he's getting zapped. So Shield Guard is a little ways away from being able to solo this. However, with Rector Drath and Elhain, they can do it perfectly fine. So Minotaur, not a big issue whatsoever. But guys, let's gear in this champion. He probably has some better options of gear throughout the account. I need to get everything upgraded. It's kind of difficult to see when everything's sitting at level 0, right? We have some shields up here, crit rate, crit damage. Like some of these could very easily work. Like, let's see what this is just for the purpose of the video. Let's see. Triple crit rate, and then boom, works into his kit, no problem. Don't be scared to break your sets. They're not that big of a deal. Defense. This is actually probably better. This could be even a better piece than what I had on there for the boots, right? I mean, this shield is going to give me a nice little boost. Well, 5 and 8, so nothing huge. If it would have double rolled or triple rolled, it could have been a nice little bump. But since it didn't, kind of stuck with what we got. But I think this build's pretty nice. I do like it. Picking up defense percentage wherever I can. The helmet, I wish I had a better helmet, but unfortunately I do not. See if there's any with defense percentage even on it. None in lifesteal gear, unfortunately, I don't think. So yeah, it is what it is. You kind of gotta take what you can get, right? But I do like this build, guys. So let me know. So thank you all very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I will catch you all in the next one.